lot went down in the last couple of weeks. It was tough to cram in all into that 1 week, one episode last week.
Well, last week I told you guys that I was gonna be able to go to Sheena's daughter's birthday.
And my wife, being my wife, took 16 hours to get out the door. That was the party came and went.
No, that was the. That was the day I
went
house hunting. I swear on my father's soul.
Okay, then you came back and you took a long ass time to get ready, as per usual.
No, I came back after the party had almost been halfway done, and she's an hour away.
Okay. You didn't come back saying, all right, we're going to miss it. You came back saying, all right, I'm getting ready to go. And then next thing you know, she texted you and said, yeah, the party's about to be over.
I texted
like,
Sheena.
all right.
No, I texted Sheena, put the address in Waze, realized it was going to be about 5 o'clock, assuming that if I would have left now, and she was like, it's not going to be like going on until the wee hours of the night, bitch. It's a
3-year-old's birthday party. Yeah.
So, I mean,
no keg stands at a 3-year-old's birthday party. I'm sorry. No rages.
It's okay. We went last year. We'll go next year. They're going to come over to our house. We're going to hang out. Everything's going to be great.
Can't wait.
Speaking of birthdays, I'm about to drag the shit out of birthdays right now.
Oh, is that so?
Yes, I am. I'm about to sound off.
Go ahead.
What is it with this tradition of like having birthday parties in a park?
No, so that you don't have to clean up in your house and you don't have strangers coming to your house.
The amount of work that I just witnessed my cousins go through and Brangelina went through for them to have their parties for their kids in the park. You have to pick up every single thing that you could possibly need and load it and transfer it and move it and haul it and unload it and plan. And the ice cubes got to stay frozen. Every lick of plate. I mean, it is 10 times more work. Definitely. I don't care. I'd rather you come in my house.
It's definitely not 10 times work. It's definitely not. There's definitely not as many people. It's definitely not as much work. It's definitely condensed work because you have to do all that at one time, but you're not doing it for 2 months. You're not every day chipping away at it to prepare for that. No, I totally understand the park idea. I think it's a brilliant idea, and I think everybody should do it, especially out here in California or in our area. It's real conducive for it. Like, it's set up for it. You know, all the parks, they're looking for that. Like, that's a thing. It's not so much a thing in New York. Not to say it's not at all, but like the parks that were local to me growing up, they didn't have birthday parties really yet, you know. But out here, it's a thing.
I'm not saying it's not beautiful. I'm just saying that I saw my cousin sweating.
No, she
stressed out.
She was like, what's her face?
Like, give me.
Chriselle was not like that. It was an easygoing party. There was kids running around, kids having a good time. She needed a cooler last minute. Not that big a deal. Your cousin today was stressed the fuck out. Like, you could tell. Like, it was at the train yard that's out here. I didn't even know existed. Sham loved it. We probably don't have to go back there because he loved the trains. But they had it like in a train car, and that's a tight space, dude. That's a tight space to have people coming and going, especially for little kids. It was a lot. It was a lot. You could tell that she, you know, and her kid's only, what, 2? One. You know, she's a little baby. She looks little for a 1-year-old too. You know, she had a little bit of health problems.
Girls are always littler.
She's good now, but, you know, knock on wood, everything's cool. But it was a lot. You could just tell that it was a lot. She's going to go home, and everybody in that house is going to sleep. Like, they're going to have solid sleep tonight for sure.
Well, in general, I'm just saying that it took me back to that one day that you and I went to tour, like, wedding venues.
Oh, nightmare.
And I had this like mythical dream.
We'll have it in the middle of nowhere in a forest. Ooh, there's a tree. That's the woman's tree to pee on. And that's the man's tree to pee on. This is beautiful. It's very romantic. It's very romantic.
Yeah, it was like,
here's your
I've never seen you so mad in my entire life.
Here's your crossbow, so you could go hunt down any deer you catch. Any deer you catch is yours. It was like, and again, I saw the next, 2 months of like that's what we were going to do, was going to look at these places, and it was like no fucking way, man, no way.
I know, I've never seen you so mad. You were so mad. I was like, whoa, this is our first fight as married people.
Let's not get crazy.
It was our first fight as like
We weren't married.
Pre-marriage.
No, it wasn't.
It was serious.
Okay, whatever.
And I was like, that's it. We are not going to fight about our wedding.
It wasn't even that serious because you saw how mad I was that you were kind of like, all right, sounds good.
Yes.
You know, trust me, we fought about a lot of other things where we fought. Like that, you just laid down because, again, we pulled away from that place. And again, in my mind, I saw it. Like, I got work, I got shit, I got a lot of things. Like, I didn't want this other part of this wedding to consume my life. And I, at that time, had 100 people coming out there as guests. And it was going to consume my life as to where I was going to put them. And like, we're in a fucking forest,
Logistics.
Bro. Like, legitimate.
Well, not even. It was like a national California. It was like a park.
It was a forest, dude. Like there was like
it was like a rustic park.
Yeah, to each his own. Listen, I'm sure it's a beautiful place for a wedding. I'm sure there were other people there
not
doing
for
what we
your
were
type
doing.
of people that it's fancy. You guys,
it had nothing to do with fancy. It had to do with logistics.
No, your wedding culture is fancy. Hello, Russo's on the Bay.
Okay, but I worked there. That wasn't like worked there. You know what I mean? That's not like everybody didn't get married at Russo's on the Bay.
I went to a wedding there with you as your date. It was at Russo's, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Isn't that where you have, like, that's a nice wedding it's in a, it's a ballroom, and it was not like a park where the restrooms look like
okay, so if that's your equivalency, that a ballroom or a park, then you're right. We're fancy people. We're fancy folks where I come from. We don't like to have weddings where there's an outhouse. You're right. And a lean-to. You're right. The ballroom. Yeah, crazy me. We like to have running water at our festivals. I don't know what. You're right. You're right.
Okay, wait.
We're very hoity-toity where I come from.
Here's what.
Yeah.
For all you ladies that fight with your husbands or boyfriends, when we usually should not back down.
Yeah.
Okay? You stand your ground and you fight your fight for what you want. Yeah. What you feel.
She knew how crazy it was too, walking away from there, bro. Like part of everybody needed a rabies shot. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we're doing shots.
Extra vaccinations.
Yeah, let's do shots. No, rabies shots. That's what we're gonna do because you might need something for some bird flu, and it was like, what are we doing here? Yeah, it's craziness.
Yeah, but I was into it.
She's like, yeah, don't you think this is beautiful? No, I don't. We're going to get the fucking malaria here. You need mosquito nets. It was, what are we doing? What are we doing?
And to think, because they picked us up in a golf cart and they took us around.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
Gave us a tour.
Yeah, it's going to be great.
They were like, there's that dirt patch. You can have yourself.
Oh, yeah, that was the other thing. Because, again, nothing was done yet. And if you look at our wedding, going back to
and nothing was in bloom yet
but
there.
If you went to, our wedding, the room that we went in, when you go in that room, there was nothing there. The girl, Leora, shout out to Leora, made it beautiful. It looked beautiful. But it was still nothing there when we went. And the same thing is true of the other place. When we went, there was nothing there.
Of course.
And when we went to the other place with Leora, and when there was nothing, she said, but I could do this and I could do that. So she painted a picture where it's like, oh, okay. This could, when we went to the forest, they're like, yeah, this is it. And it's like, look, there's nothing. It was just like a lawn. There was a tree. Like, yeah, you could put people here, I guess. And if you want, we'll get a dance floor.
It did look like Yogi Bear vibes.
Someone stole my fucking picnic basket, dude. Like, what's going on? Yeah, it was.
Anyway, you guys, listen.
Yeah.
So happy anniversary, Tommy.
Yes.
We have to celebrate.
Happy anniversary.
And shout out to anybody who's having their kids' birthday parties because it's a lot of work. I hear you. I feel you.